Hi guys. Well, this is the Heathkit IG-28, and for right now this will be the last installment about it, until the weather improves a little bit and the temperature rises a little, so that I can paint the cabinet. Um, Not that it really needs a painting. But it looks a bit grungy and dirty, and anyway, I'm not a very good painter, so I thought I would use my heat kit as a sort of a test object to find out how to do the right painting. Primer and a base coat and then a final coat and all that stuff. Anyway, the reason why I'm showing you the heat kit the last time is a small detail. Um, Maybe the more astute among you might have noticed last time that when I switched on the heat kit, this little pilot light didn't light up. So I opened up the function generator and I had a closer look at this little light, and it turned out that it was a neon light bulb in a small plastic enclosure together with a small resistor. Now, as I took a closer look, I had to cut open the small tube in which the neon light bulb and the resistor were enclosed. And as I took a look inside, I found out that somebody had probably pulled a bit too hard on the wires, probably to pull this little light bulb into its socket, and had inadvertently pulled loose the resistor from the neon light bulb. So I repaired that, and now it works just fine. But I'll also take this occasion to show you the IG-28 functioning on 220. I mean, last time I showed the heat kit working on 110. So let's do it on 220. I'm going to put the switch I installed in the it is in the 220 position. So when you push it down, it's in the 110. Push it up, it's in the 220. So we're on 220. Now let's switch on the transformer. Right. And let's push the variac up to 220. There we go. Okay, yeah, the variac meter is also rising. So in Europe we have either 220 or 230. So I'll pick a voltage in between and I'll say 225, like this. Alright, so now let's switch the whole thing on and see. And there you go. It's nothing special, it's a small orange neon bulb, but it's a nice touch and it adds to the authenticity of the heat kit. Anyway, there you go, that is fixed too, just as the rewiring and the reconfiguring of the transformer was a success. And trust me, I tested out the heat kit on 220. I mean by that, I measured several signal points on the circuit and they work perfectly in 220. So that's it. The Heathkit works. Onwards. Now recently I made a new acquisition and I want to show it to you. Let me put the Heathkit out of the way. There you go. And here you go. I think most of you, if not all of you, will know exactly what this is. And if I open it up, I'm sure all of you will know what it is. So there you go. Ta-da! Yes, it's a Suncor, and to be more precise, it's a Suncor 133. And to be even more precise, it is a cathode ray tube tester. It's a nice little instrument. I'm sure it can be used on all American picture tubes, but I have to admit I will have to find the right way to use it on European style picture tubes. Now I'm sure if I can find an equivalent amongst the American picture tubes in this little list, I suppose. If I can find a equivalent, then I'm quite certain I can measure European style picture tubes. And I was also lucky in the sense that when I bought this cathode ray tube tester, it came with all sorts of connectors to connect it up to different picture tube sockets, which is nice because had I had to make it myself, it would have been a lot harder. Also, watching a few videos from colleagues on YouTube, sometimes they use these Suncors with clip-on measuring test probes like this one, you know. Well, maybe a smaller model, but something very much like this. But as my colleagues on the internet say, these clip-on probes are not as good as the actual connectors which are included with this cathode ray tube tester. So that's it. I'll be using this tube tester once I start working on my project of repairing TV sets. But I want to take things easy, and I want to start work on a slightly simpler project just to get the hang of it. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I haven't actively done electronics for quite a long time. So I need to get used to it again. And so instead of repairing a television set right away, I'm going to repair something much simpler, and I suppose also fun, but I'm going to show it to you in the next video. So give me a moment to put away all my stuff here on my workbench, and I'll get back to you.